educative, and analytical, getting to the real issues that affect an ordinary individual in areas of leadership, governance, social, and economy. The truth, the lies, and politics.
A very good evening to our guests. I would like to welcome you to this day for Truth, Lies, and Politics here on Spirit TV. My name is Paul Ekurot Eki, and I am the show host. And this is a dynamic space where ideas collide, opinions ignite, and perspectives are challenged across the table. I do invite you to a journey and a conversation that gives you opportunity to change your perspective or for you to make better decisions around your life and around issues that affect you and I on a daily. Well, if you'd like to be a part of the conversation, please feel free to join in through our socials. That is at Spirit TV UG on X, that is formerly Twitter, on Facebook, and on YouTube. Please leave the comment right there, and we'll be glad to read it fully. Later on, we'll be able to take in some phone calls and hear from you. Otherwise, I do invite you to the place where the conversation begins. And this evening, I have an interesting panel as we do get into a conversation that many of us gloss over or ignore or are directly affected by the happenings in this part of the country or in the part of the economy. Well, before I do get to introduce my dear guests, I would like to have this message for you. Foreign aid is drying up, and fast. In just 2 years, donor inflows have plunged by a staggering $758.6 million, dropping from $905 million to just $146.4 million in 3 months. The ripple effects are being felt across health, education, infrastructure, and in the daily lives of ordinary Ugandans. This Wednesday on The Truth, Lies, and Politics, we unpack the real impact of this funding cut, expose the sectors on the brink, and ask the hard questions. Can Uganda truly stand on its own without foreign aid? Plus, we explore bold local solutions that could turn crisis into opportunity. Only on The Truth, Lies, and Politics on Spirit TV. Stay informed, stay engaged. Welcome to Truth, Lies, and Politics, and these are the interesting minutes of your Wednesdays. And so, before I do, jump into the conversation, I would like to introduce my panelists in the show. On my extreme left is Mr. Charles Romushana, who is a former spy, but also a political analyst on the show. I would like to just say that today all of us are holding this most of us are holding the handheld mics. Please bear with us this evening. But yes, Mr. Charles Romushana, welcome to the show and good evening.
Almighty God, of all creation is great and exceedingly merciful. The message I have for you today is full of question. After I scan through the Gospels on the operations of Jesus Christ, teaching, the Last Supper, which is the institution of the Eucharist, but I've not seen where he does incense on the altar. Do you have any verse?
No.
So where does the church get this idea?
of burning incense, of burning incense on the... Good question.
Because also the Muslims will. So what is with incense? In other words, what I'm trying to say is that there is a lot of knowledge, very rich knowledge, that we need to invest ourselves in.
Interesting reflective question that you've left with us this evening. But yes, I think it is good for us to do the research and investigate. One of the most common sayings, if you're on social media, is they tell you call a research. Okay. Make your research. So you do believe that that will help us. Well, next on the panel is a gentleman who's making his maiden appearance on the show, Mr. Moses Mulindwa, who is the senior program associate. And when it comes to that, we're looking at policy, governance, and civic engagement at the Uganda National NGO Forum. Good evening, sir, and welcome to the show.
Good evening to you. It's this show has a very interesting name.
Yes.
Truth, lies, and politics.
And the politics.
The two words on the sides.
You are his truth.
No, we are 4 of us here. Oh no.
And then you'll be
Oh
the
no. I reject that Romushana says. But
yes.
it's an interesting name. But I think it also speaks to the reality of life.
Yes.
Life is about many truths. It's about some number of lies, but largely it's about politics.
Yes.
It's really a pleasure to be here, and I greet all our listeners and viewers. I think I want to start on the note. In the recent days, we've lost a number of key personalities in the country.
Yes.
Just a few days ago, we received the news of the death of Honorable Okrut,
Mary Karoro
Okrut, the former minister who served in the country in our different capacities.
Yes.
Earlier, just a few days ago, we had still sent off Mama Roda, Mr. Garuga, and many others. So I feel it's important, and these and many others whose names perhaps we may not know to mention served this country in many. Yes, many, just like I said, Charles, that there are quite many that we may not know, me and you may not know. So for all, on behalf of Romishana, for all those that have departed, whose names we don't know, I want to begin by sending our deepest sympathies and condolences to the families.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Moses, for that. Also making her maiden appearance on the show, the only lady without a handheld mic. We're glad to have you here.
Thank you.
That is Catherine Mutesi Mugabo, who is a program manager, Civil Legacy Foundation. We're happy to have you on the show, and good evening.
Good evening to you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really delighted to be making my maiden appearance on this television. And I'm itching, first of all, to add one more. Yesterday, we lost another important person that has made lots of contributions in the civil society sector, Mr. Frank Muramuzi, the founder and ED of NAPE. He's done a lot of work in the Albertine region conserving environment. So really, in addition to the others, it's a deep loss. But they've run their race. Let's honor them and allow them to rest in peace.
Yes.
But also when Romshana's question, he left us with a question of essence. I remembered in the Old Testament, it's either in Leviticus, where the children of Israel had done something. I think they grumbled, and God was done with their murmuring and grumbling. I forget the scripture, but it's in the Old Testament. I'll find it for you. And the Bible says that Aaron
was burning
the priest,
incense around the
yes,
calf.
he stood between the living and the dead. And what he did to make intercession, he actually burnt incense. So that's one of the places in the scripture where you find the use of incense. He interceded for the children of Israel and stood between the living and the dead, as in literally, like death was coming from that direction, so he ran from that side
and stood in between.
Where he stood, like then death stopped there.
So that's the power.
Well, we can do more research, as I would like to say on that. But it's a very complicated, yes. But it's also something that I think would like to interest ourselves in. But Gentlemen and lady, before we do dive into our conversation, we have about 5 minutes for this, so I'll just have about 1 minute from each of you. This week, I think on Monday, the Electoral Commission, opened up room for people to come and pick nomination forms for the presidential candidate. And so, as of yesterday, we had about over 80 people picking those nomination forms. We have 20-year-olds, we have 25-year-olds, we have the ones who are in the race formally. Some of them, they've been asked, so why did you pick? And said, we shall see after I have picked. And so, but this huge number, does it excite you? Does it actually sadden you? I think I'll start with Moses.
I think there are 3 ways to look at this. One way would be that our political space has expanded to the level that everyone that aspires to take on a leadership role, and the highest at that, the highest office in the land, is able to express interest,
yes,
and follow their wishes and aspirations.
Yes.
From what we've seen in the news, the commission has not sent away anyone or asked them not to collect the forms, because they are simply collecting forms to express interest. They are not yet nominated. When we get to nomination, that will be another thing. Anyone really could just say, I'm interested, I'm interested. So there's that bit that perhaps one way to say, okay, maybe the space is that good that anyone can aspire,
yes,
say, I want to be president, and still walk away and things are okay. That's one way.
Should be a plus, yes, for the...
The other way would be that things are so bad that everyone is getting concerned and says, should be me to fix this. Because otherwise, if things are well, then everybody will say, oh no, it's not my business. I'll just whoever can take on. So, but when you see many numbers, the other way could be that perhaps there's a problem and everyone is saying, no, I want to be the one to solve this and make a contribution.
All right.
The third way would also be about, to look at this is our political space.
Yes.
You know that when people participate in elective politics or show interest, in a way, in one of the little measurements of civic consciousness would be that, perhaps people have now taken keen interest in the way the affairs of the country are governed.
Yes.
And so they're coming up, because otherwise they would have taken a layback position and say, this is not our thing, especially the young people.
Yes.
When you see, I saw in the news, 20-year-olds, students, and the like coming up. Finally, the other would be, there could be a trick in there, and the Romshana,
political,
the former spy, would know that better on why, on how this could be interpreted.
Right.
So that's, but largely, I think it is good for the visuals.
Yes.
What needs to be interrogated further is
what is behind
all that.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Moses. I will move to our only lady in the house, Catherine. Yes, in about 2 minutes.
In 2 minutes. First of all, I agree with Moses that it's a good sign, but it could also be a bad sign. So one, it could be a decoy. It could be an engineered manifestation of a semblance of, there is freedom. Because in any case, I think this government has been one of those most bashed while on one hand claiming to be promoting freedom and democracy, they're beating up people, even on peaceful, things. So I don't want to go into that politics. So for the most part,
Yes.
it could be a decoy of let's try and change that picture,
That narrative,
and,
yes.
and build. Yeah, we shape the narrative,
Yes.
and we build an alternative image. But it could also truly be that young people are saying, you know what, we've had
I'm now more
enough.
interested, yes.
Let's take this by the horns. Let's
Yes.
take the bull by its horns,
Yeah.
and give this a chance. And see, I mean, even people who are voting previously were saying, you know, why do we even bother to go voting when we know the outcome?
Apathy had increased.
Yes, but that also tells you that something has shifted in that
Yeah.
in that field, and even if it is a stage managed process, it can still be taken advantage of to say how do we actually leverage this and push and push our people to take responsibility. This is a season for taking responsibility, not just on the topic of today,
Yes,
but in many other areas where people had actually, you know, taken a back seat because they were tired. Perhaps our energy has been reinvigorated,
yes.
and we are willing to do some
about it.
some things we believe in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Charles, 2 minutes. What aren't we seeing? The 2 minutes for now, but the issues we can marry the two. We can marry the two, Charles.
Now, under the law,
Mm.
there is aspiring candidate is defined, and under that law, you are given a year before the difference.
Okay.
Anyone who is aspiring is free to consult the electorate. It was tested by a member and it was stopped.
Under that law.
Yes.
Mm.
And I remember that he was an aspiring
Candidate.
and he attempted to consult in Ginger, he was stopped. They didn't allow him, went to Mbali, because I was with him. Security committee. Sebei, insulted, became war. He came back, Uganda by Ginger, and Karaki would address the press conference in the electoral commission and stopped him. So none of these speaking forms would have been allowed
To do that consultation. All right.
a year before the election. That's when you would test whether the freedoms we're talking about.
The temperatures. Wow.
Second one, we had to put the proviso in the constitution that you are only qualified to be presidential candidate if you are 35 years and above. And there were a number of considerations. I think I was among the first youths to win a general election under NRM. First general election was 1994. General election. And the obstacles against youth were high. That's why we put in the constitution slots for youth.
All right.
The way we had for women, and we also put
now youth became a special interest group. Yes.
It was age was an obstacle.
Yes.
But when Mr. Museveni wanted to remove the 75 years age limit, which we had put for voting, he now said, but I'm also opening for youth.
So it was
the motivation was not to allow youth to stand. No, it was an excuse to open the 75 years and above.
Interesting.
But someone who is above 35 in our traditional setting and you have not married,
is looked at. Yes, is looked at. Unfortunately.
But, yes.
Yes.
But if you've married and you failed to manage your house, your family, your home, then it means you can't manage a country. Because the assumption is that your wife and the children are in the opposition. So how would you handle the same thing in the home? If you fail, then you go for divorce, and so someone who divorces and you cannot lead the society. We had those
perspectives, yes.
But let me
quite
end with
perspectives,
this.
yes.
Two quick ones. One, that this ballot paper will be 1 page.
This one?
The ballot paper.
Yes, will be 1 page.
Will be 1 page.
All right.
And Mr. Museveni is either number 1
or the last.
Number last. That's why his names have always changed. Museveni Kaputa Yoweri, Yoweri Kaputa Museveni, and eventually had to put to him. Yes. So make him either the first
Or the last.
The last. He may actually, by the way, change and be both. The first and the last. But so in that,
it's possible.
You even if you got the 100 signatures, the decision of the Electoral Commission on their verification is final. It is not subject to an appeal, to arbitration in the court.
They are independent in that sense.
No, it's not that they are independent, but that's how it's designed.
All right.
Because if they don't nominate you on their account that you didn't get 100 signatures, even if you had presented 200, they will say we have verified them, they are. And you cannot go to court and you injunct them. And you say the exercise should hold on until the court has verified my signature. We've not tested that. And I have noticed there is a corruption there. So, Mr. Museveni and the Electoral Commission will design the ballot paper the way they want it, and this is how it will be. Museveni is a must. There will be a Mao. He wants, because of problems, the way the political dynamics are, Chagurani is a must. Whether he has the signatures or not. Shamuntu has struggled to be. The same is true with Nanda Ramapavi. And then they will allow a youth. There will be a youth.
A Katumba of sorts.
Yeah. And then there will be a lady. And then there will be an independent.
All right.
And that will have one page of ballot paper. Because if they go beyond one,
then you lose.
Then you have a lot of costs in printing ballot papers. But anyway, the excitement on youth, I swam across the River Ruiz when it was flooding. So whenever it would flood,
you would want to swim
and we would cross
to prove a point.
Yes, I remember I did it with Wambogo. Is related to Apakaboro. I'm not sure whether he's still alive, but we would do it. I'm not very sure I would now let my child do it. But there are kids who died. That River Ruiz killed the students from Baralai School.
Yes.
They would go there and even when I grew up in the lake, I used it to compete against the hippopotamus. Swimming in the lake.
Hey, Charles.
Yes.
All right.
So I can tell you that when you see kids decreasing in number, swimming in a floods, then you know there is a problem with that society. And that's why you have very many kids now.
So it's an indication.
To swim in a flood. Because this is not an election. It's a city election, it's a flood.
All right. All right, you have heard for yourself. Now, I do quickly move on to our conversation. And a conversation when it comes to Uganda. We are heavily, reliant on donor aid. And it plays a vital role in the different sectors in our country. And that is, but heavily, really, when it comes to health, when it comes to security, and a few other areas. And so when we look at this aid, I think I was reading somewhere, we started about 1960s. And the one that they talked about up to about 2021, we had at least used about 190 billion US dollars received in aid. They hadn't yet added these other years that we've continued to receive. But when looking at that, there's been a decline, over the past 2 years when it comes to foreign funding, and significantly over by about 46, I think, million US dollars, from 901 to about 146 million US dollars. That is as per March. I think the Daily Monitor reports that story. And this, if you're not thinking about this, it ought to worry you. It ought to, be something of concern to you. And I don't like assuming. I will start with the basics, okay? And the basics is for anyone who is there, and we have very many people who watch the show, when it comes to foreign aid or donor aid, okay? What is it? When does a country need foreign aid? Okay? And then we shall progress from there. I think I'll start with Moses. You want to attack it?
Yeah.
Okay, feel free.
Thank you so much. It's a very interesting subject.
Yes.
and it speaks to the name of the show.
Mm.
I think the subject falls among the truths.
For the subject of today, yes.
That Uganda as a country, and so many other countries, especially countries in the developing world,
Yes.
we have relied on foreign funding for quite some time.
Mm.
Like you say, shortly soon after our independence, a new country called Uganda was born.
Mm.
Government was set up. And now, as part of the responsibilities of a government, is that government had to superintend service delivery. And for you to do that, you need resources, you need a budget.
Yes.
Uganda, until today, is one of the countries that runs a deficit budget. Our anticipated revenue is lower than our anticipated expenditure,
Yes.
which is what the budgeting process is really all about. And that leaves a gap. And for some years now, foreign aid has been a key cornerstone of our social and economic development, supporting a number of key sectors. You mentioned rightly health, very critical. I think each one of us, the listeners, the panelists here, if you reflect back and think about your health center 2, 3, 4, wherever, you notice that even walking into the room, the wards, you see so many wordings that will speak to the reality that there's a lot of foreign funding into that. It's not only health, our education sector, same thing. Infrastructure, our roads,
Yes.
bridges, and the like, same thing.
Mm.
Our security
Heavily
sector.
relies on that, yes.
And so the funding has been on all sides, side of government, civil society, and several other aspects. The reality of the day, like you mentioned, is that this funding has presently been reducing at an increasing speed. You get that analogy? It is reducing
at a speed.
at a very fast rate.
Yes.
And with the background, it is an issue of concern or some sort of reality check or wake-up call. And mentioning the sectors, each one of us and the viewers should reflect back and think about the ripple effect of this reality that we are faced with currently.
Yes. Yeah.
Imagine person X is, let's imagine they are in civil society. They are an employee of Organization X. Organization X is funded by some donor somewhere.
From a certain country.
From a certain country. I'm trying to use the simplest of examples.
Yes.
Because usually people imagine these things from quite afar and fail to get the gist of it. Imagine that person has a salary that is reliant on a grant or donation that has come to a small organization somewhere in Chisoro or Bundibujo. When there is a cut, a complete cut or reduction,
yes,
the person will, perhaps not immediately, the person themselves, you need to think of one, the livelihood of that person. Two, the livelihood of the individuals that rely on that person, assuming Romsana here rightly said, if someone is 35 in Uganda, or in Africa largely, it is expected that they will be married,
Yes.
implying they have a family
Yes.
and dependents.
They are dependents. There's extended family.
So there are in-laws.
Yes.
There's quite a spread. And I don't know about the outlaws that he's talking about. But all these, in a way, and because of our system here,
Yes.
in Africa especially, the dependence rate is quite high. So this person takes care of the family. This person gets a salary, pays rent, because they have rented a certain one-bedroom room somewhere in the
Yes.
trading center in Chisoro.
Yes.
So there's the landlord, there's their family, they are their dependents. This person, through the NGO, perhaps contracted certain companies or suppliers to supply stationery, food,
Yeah.
stock for the NGO. Assuming this NGO was one that is focused on livelihood, so perhaps if she's sort of being close to the border, perhaps it was one that was tending to refugees and the like. So now picture the refugees as well.
Yes.
The refugees in their camps and the like. Picture the suppliers.
It's such a huge picture.
Picture that chain where the supplier gets there, because if someone is supplying to, they are also getting
It's from
that
somewhere
supply
else.
from somewhere.
Yes.
And the chain goes on and on and on and on. The tricky bit is that the leadership across the world, especially the countries or regions where this funding has been coming from, is that there's a shift in leadership. The leadership that is in these countries today, and the realities that they face, is that these countries have increasingly gotten several domestic challenges that is requiring them to pay attention to
The
domestic
immediate-
in-house challenges before going out to look after the neighbor. Because if this is my homestead and this is Catherine's homestead, if there's a challenge in my homestead, where there might be challenges in Catherine's homestead, I have the responsibility, I have the obligation to first
Sort out yours.
what is happening here. And you've seen with all the geopolitical aspects, the wars and the like, leaders have increasingly said, no, we have so many domestic challenges and we want to focus on them.
Okay. Okay.
What is sad, and perhaps if we were to use as I give way,
Yes.
what is sad is first, the reduction is not a big surprise.
Why isn't it a big surprise?
Because
maybe for you who are that side,
it is not. I don't know why it would be a big surprise,
Yeah.
but there have been so many signals
indications. Okay.
for a long time
Yes.
that speak to the change in priorities
Okay.
of the funders.
Every time there's a change in government, or yes.
Each will come with
Of
key
an-
priorities,
Yes.
and most of these not prioritizing engagements that are about funding countries like us.
Okay.
What I want to point out is that the issue we've grappled with now is the way, for instance, if we were to use the example of USAID, of how it happened. You know, we started this year on a good note with USAID
Smiling.
running projects, funding to different aspects. And this is across government and all other sectors.
Yes.
And then with a stroke of a pen, I think it was around this time in our time, they said that there's a stop work order.
Immediate. Yes.
Stop work order.
Wow.
And there will be an assessment for 30 days.
I remember that.
It seemed
Yes,
like an easy thing. I said, oh no, it's, I think to be sorted. They just said stop, pause, just pause. They didn't say close. Until now, all these other realities came. And you know, a funder like USAID has been supporting our so many critical sectors in the country for a long time. If, for instance, helping people access critical drugs,
Yes.
like ARVs and the like, and our government had accepted that reality and said, "Oh no, we have good friends.
We have support here,
who
so
are here," and so we, you budget, you cut your cloth. What's that saying? That you cut.
according to
Your coat according to the cloth.
You cut your coat
according
according
to
to
the
your cloth. So the reality of according
No, according to your cloth.
according
The
to your
size.
cloth, how much
The size of the cloth.
how much cloth you have.
If you have 1 meter,
If the coat was already on.
No. If you have 1 meter, you cut accordingly.
All right.
If you have 2 meters,
Yes.
So our government
What else
was
I would
also
like to hear from you?
I see why you put on tie.
so perhaps that's
it's also as part of style, Charles.
it could be how much cloth he had.
Yes.
So our planning, our budgeting
Yes.
had also taken that reality in.
Yes.
So when this pause and eventually wrap up of much of the support came up, it has unfortunately taken our planners by surprise, and it creates some sort of crisis. It's like when you show that there's this stream of income,
And it's a sudden.
and then there's a sudden end to it.
Okay.
There will be some bit of panic.
All right.
But I'll give way and later perhaps
we'll
share
come
that
back to
all
yes.
hope is not lost.
Is that close? Okay.
There is a way
Yes.
that we can be able
Okay.
to overrun this and
Yes.
sustain ourselves.
We shall get to that hope that is not lost. But when I come to Catherine, perhaps one or two things that you'd like to add to it is mentioned a few things why I think there is a cut in the aid. But maybe if you also want to add to your voice to the dramatic cut of the aid, and just to let people know that some of the countries or major countries, the US, the UK, the Netherlands, Germany, Norway, Sweden, European Union, World Bank, all those are major, people who give us foreign aid. Yes.
so first of all, the initial question was what
Yes.
is aid? So there are donations, there is aid. The money that World Bank gives us is really money we pay back. So those are like loans.
It's not.
So
it's like a
although
grant
many
of
times
sorts,
the
yes.
narrative is
Is
very
aid.
misleading.
Yes.
So that has been, I think after the passing of the there was
yes.
an obvious pullback, and we had a
That is the
response as a country.
Anti-Homosexuality Act. Yes.
The Anti-Homosexuality Act. So there was actions taken after that. But the thing I think you're talking about. Oh dear, I'm so sorry. Yes.
Yes. But the thing that you was yes.
Yes, so when it comes to foreign aid, the donations, that is money that civil society organizations fundraise, they sit, write proposals, come up with ideas, and pitch ideas to our partners who have for a very long time been predominantly from the global north. There are resources that are also raised, but I think what is under discussion today is money that has come from the global north mainly.
Yes.
And yet, I also want to, I think, correct one of the lies that we have believed.
Yes.
That money is the only form of aid
That
we
we
have.
receive.
And in fact, the issue is because we focused so much on money, we have missed a whole spectrum of other forms of resources
Yes.
that are even local. And in fact, if we maybe shine a spotlight on those, we might get away from the graveside faster than we are crying right now.
Because what other things do you receive
for
that is
example-
not money?
So, for example, at Civ
form
Legacy
of aid.
Foundation and Civ South Africa, we
Yes.
have defined that resources is comprised of talent,
Okay.
it's comprised of time, and of treasure. So treasure, money falls among treasures, but it's not the only one. That's why you'll find a community will donate land on which USAID, for example, or another donor will come and build a school. The land may be prime, it may even be more expensive than the
building.
But guess who will be recognized? The one who put money. Because one of the lies we have believed is that resources is equal to money. But resources are much more than money.
Yeah.
So that's the first lie I wanted to dispel.
Thank you.
The other one is that the other lie that has been drummed into our heads through education, through exposure, experience, and all these sorts of socialization, capitalism has made us fear the lack of money. Because we think that money is the only resource. It is true that money is an enabler in many instances.
Yes.
No doubt about it. But there are people, you know, when they're measuring this thing we call per capita income, where Romshana's single salary may be distributed in his entire clan, but because he's earning a fat salary, they say, oh, these guys are living below the poverty line. There are people who do not earn $1, but they've never slept hungry. Because our context is
different.
Is different.
Yes.
So we are also actually crying at the wrong grave, barking at the wrong tree, because part of the lie we have believed is you focus here when you're missing. Maybe that is 10%.
They get paid for homeless people from Washington to make Washington look smart.
Well,
So in other words, he doesn't want them counted as part of it.
Giles, you forgot your mic, so really, I don't think our audience heard what you had said.
So before, as I had, and I think Trump and all the other people can say all they want. The question and my invitation for us today is, what voice are we choosing to listen to in this season, in this era?
Right.
Because whereas we are crying, there are more opportunities than the trouble we see. Is there a price to pay? Yes, there is. Is it going to be easy? Definitely not.
All right.
But there is work to do. So, to distinguish that resources, yes, we are in a tight spot, but it's actually a beautiful challenge if we choose to focus our energies on the things that matter. Money is only one aspect. No doubt it has contributions.
Yes.
We need it. And the partnerships have really helped us. They have built a foundation, but there is much more. We have more opportunities than we are currently seeing.
All right. Thank you very much, Catherine and Moses, for your submissions. I know that we'll hear a little bit more on those opportunities in the next few minutes. When we're going to take just a short break, but when we do come back, we'll start with Charles. And would like to find out this money that they said donor, they give. How free is this money? You know, how free is this money? And are there things that are tied to them? Then what things are tied to them? Is this an extension of, you know, a control from other countries? Well, that and much more on The Truth, Lies and Politics. We will come back right after these messages.
The truth, the lies, and politics. Informative, educative, and analytical. Getting to the real issues that affect an ordinary individual in areas of leadership, governance, social, and economy. The truth, the lies, and politics.
Amanya gange nze Mugerwa Yoni Bulega mbeera wa Antony Mukono wano mu kifo kyennyini w'empangulidde pikipiki eno kakati bakama bange engeri gye mpanguddemu pikipiki eno bakama baffe ab'MTN bazze ne promotion eno ya Kola Tune era mbadde ndi mu kulya kamere ne ŋŋamba kangezesa omukisa gwange ne mpita kiyambi wa MTN nannyambako nanteerako nusu 10 ku akawunti yange eya MTN eya layini yange nangulira akakola Tune angulidde kanneeyanziza naŋŋamba aguze kashiba era bwamaze okungulira akakola Tune akakashiba ne bakwata ennamba ne bagitaba mu bululu bwentyo MTN olw'okuba nti mbadde muwanguzi wempangulidde mu kunyeenya nempita mu kalulu wentyo nempita mu bakama bange era nga neeyanziza nnyo neeyanzege ddala MTN oye MTN kyaddala ebya MTN byaddala ensi eraba enjuba ekyayaka piki ndikutte misana neeyanziza nnyo ddala ab'MTN.
Man, valet took forever.
There's no valet here.
Who took my coat? That could have been bad.
Mountain Dew. Do the Dew.
Foreign aid is drying up, and fast. In just 2 years, donor inflows have plunged by a staggering $758.6 million, dropping from $905 million to just $146.4 million in 3 months. The ripple effects are being felt across health, education, infrastructure, and in the daily lives of ordinary Ugandans. This Wednesday on The Truth, Lies, and Politics, we unpack the real impact of this funding cut, expose the sectors on the brink, and ask the hard questions. Can Uganda truly stand on its own without foreign aid? Plus, we explore bold local solutions that could turn crisis into opportunity. Only on The Truth, Lies, and Politics on Spirit TV. Stay informed, stay engaged.
Hey Visionary, Accelerated Mentorship Program by Dr. Bahati Hilda Sabiti is here to help you unlock your next level of purpose, faith, clarity, strategy, confidence, and wealth. This 12 weeks self-paced course was created for you if you have a burning desire to build an irresistible brand, become a world-class speaker, entrepreneur who is ready to build and expand your brand, increase your impact, and triple your revenue. We have the School of Coaching, School of Leadership, School of Business, training you in personal branding, public speaking, content creation, digital marketing, confidence building, spiritual intelligence, emotional intelligence, relation intelligence, business growth, and character development. If you're ready to make the shift and experience unparalleled growth and stability, then this is your next step. We are located in Kamolcha, Kira Road, Media Plaza, 3rd floor. Walk in or WhatsApp 0757 117 117.
We are one family.
Eka Kirori, Agoria to Machulet. I stay in Guafu, Seta. I really want to thank Jim Water, the Somatake Skere. They have enabled me to take red water now. Like, I've been suffering Aguela Total, Aguela Kipila Tap, Doja Dorokin, Jaga Siangino Wado Akipi, Munukere, Konye, Yaramangona Najim, and they do it at a free cost delivery. You just call, they bring home, delivery is for free. So I really encourage one Ikera Matataki Pila Jib water. Everywhere should be jib. Thank you so much.
Hey Visionary, Accelerated Mentorship Program by Dr. Bahati Hilda Sabiti is here to help you unlock your next level of purpose, faith, clarity, strategy, confidence, and wealth. This 12 weeks self-paced course was created for you if you have a burning desire to build an irresistible brand, become a world-class speaker, entrepreneur who is ready to build and expand your brand, increase your impact, and triple your revenue. We have the School of Coaching, School of Leadership, School of Business, training you in personal branding, public speaking, content creation, digital marketing, confidence building, spiritual intelligence, emotional intelligence, relation intelligence, business growth, and character development. If you're ready to make the shift and experience unparalleled growth and stability, then this is your next step. We are located in Kamolcha, Kira Road, Media Plaza, 3rd floor. Walk in or WhatsApp 0757 117 117.
We are one family.
truth.
Hey Visionary, Accelerated Mentorship Program by Dr. Bahati Hilda Sabiti is here to help you unlock your next level of purpose, faith, clarity, strategy, confidence, and wealth. This 12 weeks self-paced course was created for you if you have a burning desire to build an irresistible brand, become a world-class speaker, entrepreneur who is ready to build and expand your brand, increase your impact, and triple your revenue. We have the School of Coaching, School of Leadership, School of Business, training you in personal branding, public speaking, content creation, digital marketing, confidence building, spiritual intelligence, emotional intelligence, relation intelligence, business growth, and character development. If you're ready to make the shift and experience unparalleled growth and stability, then this is your next step. We are located in Kamwalcha, Kira Road, Media Plaza, 3rd floor. Walk in or WhatsApp 0757 117 117.
We are one family.
This is International Evangelist Perry Stone. The final times and seasons are now upon us. That's why I'm hosting a great prophecy and revival event this coming fall. Beginning Tuesday night, October 7th through Saturday, October the 11th, I want you to come to Cleveland, Tennessee to Omega Center International to experience the word that God has given me, Jonathan Kahn, Joseph Seed, Tommy Bates, Billy Burke, Lyndall Cooley and the Praise Team, and Karen Peck in New River. Go to perrystone.org for information.